Tarot. These are the new moon in Aquarius secret codename readings themed Seeing Clearly. All right, for those of you who purchased a secret codename, you know which one is your personal reading. For those of you who have not, you've resonated to one or were drawn to one, then there is most likely a message in there for you. Please know, if you are new to the channel, I have no filter and I do not sugarcoat anything. So keep it in mind, okay? I do not filter myself ever, I just read. I'm using my Prisma Visions Tarot today, and I am using my White Light Oracle. All right, this is secret code name Papyrus, for those of you who were drawn to this secret code name. Papyrus. So Spirit, with this new moon in Aquarius energy, what would you need them to see clearly? What do you need them to see clearly? Secret code name Papyrus. And those who are drawn to it, what do they need to see clearly? Six of Chalices. The Empress. And Illumination with the Five of Chalices. Give me some additional clarities, please. Three of Wands. And the World. Okay. Sun on the bottom. Four of Swords on top. All right. So underlying everything, you have the Sun card. Okay, now the Sun card is a nod to Spirit, you know, from Spirit to you, that you are in your light and you are authentic and you have the courage to be yourself and shine your beautiful light in the world. The Four of Swords is an acknowledgement consciously on your mind that you have been taking a break for quite some time, that you feel the need to get back in the swing of things, okay? You know your truth. You've dealt with painful experiences and have been doing your own authentic thing for quite some time, and now you're getting to this point where you're like, is there more to life than just being me and being authentic, right? Wanting companionship. Now papyrus, if you think about it, is an ancient paper, right? It's how the Egyptians, what the Egyptians used to write on papyrus. Ancient paper. You are the writer of your own story. We decide. So if you know you're authentic and you know your light, and you know you want to get back into the swing of things, understand the first thing that's going to happen when you dive into the waters, one, you're going to be beautiful, okay, with the Six of Chalices. When you dive back into the fold, you're going to enter it with a very beautiful, receptive, I know what I deserve to receive energy. And you're going to be shining. Clarified by the Three of Wands, this is a resurrection of the beauty within the self and the marking of a complete cycle, that you would come back into the fold. It's ending this cycle of incubation of the self, okay? The Empress card, clarified by the World card, you have completed a cycle of value, self-value. Now the Illumination card comes with a question mark. It's a unique card to this deck. And every time I see it, I think of spiderwebs and broken glass, and I just heard Gwen Stefani and No Doubt, spiderwebs. Sorry, I'm not home right now. I'm walking in the spider web, so leave a message and I'll call you back. It's clarified by the Five Chalices. Now, the Five Chalices in this deck, I always see it as someone who is baiting you and distracting you. Okay, they're trying to bait you into focusing on them instead of yourself. We can never lose sight of ourselves, right? This is what Spirit wants you to see. We can never actually lose sight of ourselves. We write our story. So, if, and this is going to be your telltale sign that something is misaligned. We all have people in our life, especially if you have come into your light. And that authenticity, you know who is in your corner beyond doubt till the end of this life and beyond. Soul family who would never actually hurt you or lead you astray ever. When we start losing connection with our soul family, when we start missing their calls, when we forget to message them back, when we are no longer available to have time for them, we're being distracted by something that's inauthentic because they are inherently authentic on our path. They're kindred souls, okay? When we lose touch with our kindred souls, when we start missing them, and we're not aligning, it's because our energy is dipping off away from them. And it shouldn't be. And it shouldn't be. Either you're letting yourself be distracted, or someone is purposefully trying to consume your time and succeeding. They are not more important than your soul fam. Either they're a part of it, or they're distracting you from it, okay? Trust me, I know that all too well. So be aware when you're in alignment and you're shining and you're super bright, who wants all of your attention? The shadow. Shine on me. Make me bright too. Lift me up. My day is better with you. I need you in my day, or I have a shitty day when you're not around. The shadow wants the light. Wants to take the light and keep the light because they themselves are not light. Or at least not in a light space. They're not authentic. They haven't found themselves yet. They're searching and they're attaching to a light, or at least they're trying to attach to a light to do it, instead of finding their own within. Know that if you're shining bright and you're putting yourself back into the fold, you're going to naturally come into contact with people who are not self-realized like you are yet. And that's okay, as long as you have healthy boundaries and you're not letting your fellow lights go to the wayside. If your fellow lights are falling to the wayside, or you're missing phone calls, or you can't get done what you really want to get done because you're doing something else with such and such energy, you got to create healthier boundaries for yourself and say, I wish I could, but I can't. I got this and this and this to do. And you'd be like, oh, that sucks. You know, I wish you had more time, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know, but there's only so many hours in the day. You know what I mean? Like, you can't feel bad. Like, yeah, I know you want to spend time with me and all, but I have other people that matter in my life too. I have other things that I need to do for myself. You know, you can't lose sight of what actually needs to get done by being sucked into a whirlwind of shadow. Not bad people. They're just not on your level. Okay? So what's the advice for secret code name Papyrus? Remember, you write your own story. Be patient, you know what I mean? Like, you're back in the fold, but that doesn't mean you have to get lost in it. You're not the one out there searching for healing anymore. You're not the hurt person that hurts people. You're the healed person healing people. And so people who need to be healed will naturally gravitate towards your healing energy. But being around them is not what is healing them per se. It's the healthy boundaries that do. You're going to be a catalyst for people. Not searching for the catalyst. You've experienced your catalyst already. So what is the guidance, please, for secret code name Papyrus and those who are drawn to the secret code name? Shaktipat of Seahorse. Card number 31. It says, as you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the need to conform to social ideas which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting your spiritual growth and well-being on all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest, relax, and you shall attract what you need. Volatile or overly restless seas compromise the well-being of the seahorse. Such intensity drains their energy, forcing them to go against their naturally gentle way of being. They thrive in environments that are calm and accommodate their slow, graceful movements. Rather than aggressively hunting, seahorses patiently wait until what they need comes their way and then actively receive it. Seahorse has a relationship of commensalism with seagrass and coral. Commensalism is the medicine of connection, protection, and stabilization. In such a relationship, we receive what we need without being parasitic. We intelligently seek out sources that naturally support us rather than attempt to manipulate someone or something to be other than what it is. In the case of the seahorse, as it hides from predators in the seagrass and steadies itself on coral, neither seagrass nor coral are harmed. The symbiotic relationship of seahorse and its helpful friends reflects the supportive nature of the relationship between soul and spirit. Spirit will provide whatever support the soul requires to thrive. In the Greek myth, the seahorse is Hypocampus, which translates as horse of the sea. Known both as steeds of the gods and as benevolent creatures who prevented sailors from drowning or becoming lost at sea, seahorses are a symbol of protection. They are about outmaneuvering negative forces and bringing grace and peace. Seahorses are guardian when we are going through challenging times, especially on an emotional level. Shaktipat is a transmission of grace. It is an enlightening gift of energy that enables mastery. Shaktipat of Seahorse empowers us to instinctively seek environments that are conducive to our well-being rather than damaging ourselves by trying to adapt to external situations or societal values. It teaches that we are enough and that we have the innate spiritual magnetism to attract what we need in our lives. We gravitate away from falsehood and toward authentic being. Named for its seahorse-like shape, the hippocampus is the neural center in the human brain. It helps us navigate our way in the world and find where we can thrive and best avoid negative influences. Each seahorse has a unique coronet or crown on the top of its head. It is said that, like human fingerprints, no two are completely alike. This oracle assures you that your path and what supports you will be unique. If you attempt to fit into social constructs or cliques that don't reflect your essence, you will weaken yourself and become more susceptible to negativity. You are encouraged to consider what is natural and best for you, to be honest and authentic, even in your vulnerability. It is only from that place that you can respond appropriately. When you are in your authenticity, much power and grace shall rally to support you. The world can seem unfriendly or unsupportive at times, but this oracle reassures you that as you honor who you are, you will naturally find friends and attract supportive assistance to attain all that you need to thrive. You know, I talked about being baited by negative shadow energy, and this is a reminder that if you were to surround yourself with such chaotic, unstable within the self energy, that you yourself would end up being affected by that energy, right? That it's not actually healthy for the seahorse to be in turbulent oceans. It benefits them to stay anchored in protective environments that don't hurt each other. Your friends, your soul family, who would never hurt you in a million years, those are the people that you can anchor to. If anything is trying to pull you from your anchor, it's turbulence. And you don't need it. Our friends, when you ask them for an honest opinion about someone, be like, yeah, this person's in my life. I want your honest opinion. Like, be real with me. I don't care what you think I think. Like, tell me what you think. They'll tell you. They'll tell you. To be completely fair, not a single one of my soul family actually really liked who I thought was my divine counterpart. To be completely fair. All of them wanted to believe that it was great because I wanted to believe it was great. But none of them actually really enjoyed him or his presence. He was very turbulent, and being around him as often as I was, for as long as I was, I started disconnecting from my soul fam. It was very hard to try and reconnect in such turbulent energy. Make sure you stay connected to yourself and your soul fam. Yeah. Our soul family knows. They would never steer us wrong. Never. They want us to be happy so much that they would believe in what we believe just because they want us to be right. But if you ask them for their honest opinion, trust their opinion. Because they would never hurt you. Where'd that card go? Did I shuffle it in the deck? I did. They would never hurt you. So trust. You write your story. If whoever you're intrigued by or getting time and attention from, someone's showing an interest in you, if they're not jiving with your tribe, they're probably not a fit in your tribe. They're not a long-term fit. They're just turbulence, creating some chaos and pulling you away from the connections that actually protect and nurture you, who strengthen your soul, who keep you calm and feeling at peace and centered, because their energy is like a safe haven. Our soul family, their energy is like a safe haven. If the safe haven doesn't want them in there, it's because they're not going to make the safe haven stay safe. The energy will become nuts. So I hope this helps, okay? I hope this helps. I have faith that it will. Don't be distracted. Let it come to you. Let the right energies come to you, okay? With that said, this is Grace Nicole Myths signing out. My love and support is with you always. Remember to love each other and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye.